Hello there, sexy monkeys. Welcome back to SkyGeneYouTube Experience. I am Benjamin. Today, I'm going to talk about a documentary that's on the Shudder app. And people out there that don't know what Shudder is, if you go to like Hulu, Netflix, any of those streaming sites, it's just like that, but it's all horror movies. So if you're just a horror fan, this is great for you. And it's cheap. It's not that much. It's like less than $10. I highly recommend it. I have this documentary called The Cursed Films. There's 2 seasons. Second season's still going out right now. It's out every Thursday. They do an episode. I think they've done 3 so far. And I'm going to talk about this episode on the first season. And it's about the Poltergeist movies. Mostly 1, but also 2 and 3. And I'm going to dig into why I think this movie is cursed or not. And I'll give you my opinion at the end of it. And the episode is only 26 minutes long. So it's not that long of a documentary. So you're not wasting much of your time. But I do recommend watching it. Of course, they talk about the 2 main things. The 2 young actresses that passed away. Dominique Dunn, her brother, ironically, is on an American Werewolf in London, which was made by John Landis, the dude that fucked up the whole Twilight movie, killing Vic Morrow. Yeah, interesting. Anyway, Dominique Dunn, she's the older sister in the first movie. She gets killed. They talk all about that. And then Heather Rourke, she dies in the middle of making the third movie, and they talk about that and how sad it was because they actually had to film the movie, and they have a couple scenes in the movie that it's someone else playing Heather after she died. They talk about that, and that's pretty fucking sad. The plot of the story itself makes people want to think it's cursed because the they live over a cemetery where they didn't move the bodies, which would lead to a poltergeist. And it just, when you have, like, say, the movie The Exorcist, when you do a movie like that and it's something cursed might happen, and you're doing a movie about curse and poltergeist and ghosts, the devil, it really sucks in it and makes it easy to believe there's a curse. And so this movie, the plot is about the poltergeist, afterlife, ghosts, and this. So it makes it easy for people really to believe there's a curse here. They talk about the whole skeletons being in the pool. They talk about if it was real or if it's not real. And I will let you guys find out yourself. I'm not going to tell you the answer, but you do get an answer. And they do talk about the history of actually using real humans in films in the past. So they do talk about that. So it's interesting. You do learn a little bit more about that, if it's true or not. They have this guy in here that really, he's an expert on like supernatural stuff like luck, curses, and they talk about like the Red Sox. This person buried a Red Sox jersey in the Yankees cement at the Yankees Stadium, and people went nuts about it to the point where they jackhammered it out of there because they really believe it was a cursed object, but it's just a fucking jersey. But people really believe this shit, and they talk about like, if Hitler's jacket was in front of you, were you wear it or not? I mean, yeah, it's just a jacket, but it's Hitler's jacket, which means evil. A lot of people actually would say no because they're kind of like, oh, that's really evil-ish. I don't really want to wear it. Me personally, I would fucking wear it. Just interesting. I'm not a Hitler fan. He can go fuck himself. I would piss on his grave in 2 seconds. But it's history. I would to see what it feels like to be in an interesting point of view of a monster. That's what I'm saying about that. It's just interesting. I like to look at history from a different point of view. And you can literally wear their shoes and see, so this is what it feels like from their point of view. I would. The young boy in this movie, when he gets choked out by the clown, they was actually talking about he was actually getting choked out for real. Like the clown itself was mechanically malfunction, which choked the kid. They talk about that. And Sean Clark, as you guys all know on YouTube, he's that guy that goes around as horror hounds locations for filming stuff, and he's in this episode because he owns the actual clown. So you're actually at Sean Clark's house talking about the clown. That was really cool. I like that segment part of this. But lastly, do I think this is cursed? No, I don't. I don't think it's cursed. I did think about it for a second. It had its reasons, but I'm going to say no just because when young actors or young stars, when people like that pass away really young, really early, we tend to overthink about it too much about why. Sometimes it happens, man. Just shit happens to young people, and it happened on this movie. And sadly, a lot of people look at more of the curse than overshadowing like Heather O'Rourke's life. I don't know. It just sucks overall, but no, I don't think it's cursed. What do you guys think in the comments below? Do you guys think this film is cursed? Alright, Sexy Monkeys, I am out of here. I will see you guys later. Remember, if you go to jail, do not drop the soap.